So, Jay, we know that previous Minister Francois-Philippe Champagne was looking to have the CRTC overturn its decision. Now, what is your reaction to this reversal under Prime Minister Mark Carney and Melanie Joly?
Well, this is a complete 180 for the government. It's very good news for consumers. And of course, we can talk about that. There's going to be more choice, hopefully lower prices to follow. But this is definitely a 180 from the government. I think it's showing that the change in prime minister, the change in leadership at the top really has mattered. And perhaps as well, the change in who's in the industry ministry with Melanie Joly now in charge, as opposed to Francois-Philippe Champagne. I think that's really showing a huge difference from the previous Trudeau government.
Now, Jay, critics of the CRTC's decision argue that the quote, big players shouldn't be allowed to access other companies' fiber networks. What do you make of that criticism?
Well, that's trying to just defend the status quo. And, there's companies, particularly Bell, has been making that argument. And what you have in the current situation is essentially duopolies in every province in Canada, where you have just two companies, two big companies that are offering services, which leads to higher prices. We have some of the highest prices in the world. If you compare us, for example, to Germany and France, we're almost double when it comes to telecom prices. So definitely it's companies looking to defend the status quo. As it was before, there were some small companies that were able to get involved in these markets, but those small companies can't fundamentally compete in the same way that other big companies can. So allowing the other big company, the third or fourth big company, to enter the marketplace is really going to make a difference in driving down prices for consumers and improving choice.
And we also know that the big telecom companies have different opinions on if the wholesale access policy should be restricted to smaller companies. Can you kind of walk us through where the companies stood on that issue?
Absolutely. So Bell in particular was very much against opening this up in the way that Minister Joly has allowed to occur and upholding the CRTC's decision. So Bell was lobbying for years to try to get this decision reversed that the CRTC wanted to make, and in some cases lobbying Minister Champagne's office. There was a legal case where they were trying to get Champagne to disclose some of the lobbying. We didn't quite get answers on that. Rogers has been pretty silent on the issue, actually. So Rogers hasn't really said one way or the other publicly exactly how they feel about it. TELUS, on the other hand, has been very much in favor of this decision, in favor of what Joly has decided, in favor of the CRTC's decision. And so you really see a significant contrast between Bell and TELUS, while Rogers kind of took a bit of a back seat on the issue.
Jay Goldberg with Consumer Choice Center, thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you.